said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the possession switches to Indianapolis. Here come the Colts. As you look forward for them, after 3 11-5 campaigns, back-to-back 8-8 seasons, missing the playoffs. But it appears Chuck Pagano will be the head coach again. Many thought he might be on the way out.
He's staying. Brand new general manager in place. They'll have to work hand-in-hand together to keep improving the roster. But you just mentioned the back-to-back 8-8 seasons. In the AFC South, that only puts them about 1 game out of the playoffs. So if they can make any type of improvement, they have a chance to get back into the playoffs where they were for the previous 3 seasons.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Offside, defense.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Luck gives to his running back, Gore. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Play fake to Gore. It's Locke. And a reception made by Dante Moncrief. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 1st and 10, Locke. He's got it to Hilton. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Good point you brought up before the game is you hear great quarterback-receiver duos. You think Manning, Beckham, Roethlisberger, Brown, Ryan, and Jones. But Luck and Hilton, how about these two? I mean, T.Y. led the league in yards in 2016.
And a lot of it done from the slot position. And he's one of those guys that can work inside, and they can also stick him outside. He can go deep and make big-time plays. T.Y. Hilton is Mr. Excitement with the ball in his hands. And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
A dump down to Turbin. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
On 1st down, it's Gore. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to Foxborough after this. Back now As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Well, thank you. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing on third down, Luck. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So with fourth down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Here's Brady to throw. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. A pickup there of 37. And it gives the Pats a first down.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he's gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, here's Locke. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Ebner. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Brady will try again on second down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. Never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The D for the Pats. The Patriots heading back onto the field now. They look good in the first half. They'll be looking to carry that momentum over into half number 2.
Finish a game the way you started it. That's typically the message at halftime when things are going well. You've done everything you're expected to do.
Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, 27 yards. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide.